The Daft Hour. Daft Hour. Daft Hour.
Are you ready?
Yeah, man.
Then we shall begin. Hello and welcome to another hilarious episode of the Daft Hour podcast.
We apologise for that very sombre start to the show.
Yeah, well, as it said, hello and welcome.
Yes, welcome to the Daft Hour.
Welcome to the Daft Hour, show number 21.
Is that it?
Or 22, because we definitely missed one out, and we should count them. But yeah, that's all we've done in well over a year, I think it is.
Yeah. Wherever if we're consistent.
Yes, we're consistently not doing this.
We're consistently not on schedule.
Should we do it this time? Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I can't. I've not found that extra slice of ham. Or some other excuse that either of us can come up with.
I know. It's because we pick a Sunday night, and on a Sunday night you just don't want to do anything.
No, absolutely true. I think it's because we both work during the week, and it's like, all right, well, Sunday we don't. And then, but you're right, Sunday night you're like, it's work in the morning, though, isn't it?
It's like the only day I genuinely have off, and I usually am busy as well, so it's, I'm sorry, listeners, sometimes I'd rather not.
It's true, you would rather not.
But we're here now, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, so it is warm.
It is. It's not as warm.
It's not as warm as it has been.
It's been warmer.
It has been warmer.
But it is warmer. I think we should take our clothes off.
I have.
Have you?
Yeah. I just tattooed myself blue.
I was going to say, your skin looks like a t-shirt.
Yeah, and it's navy blue tattoo I got.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's unfortunate.
It was in an effort to try and hide my moves, but it didn't work. I think if anything, it's highlighted them.
If anything, you've actually highlighted them.
Yeah,
with
what I
a
didn't realise in the tattoo was actually the word moobs across my chest.
Right, yeah. Well, that's your fault.
It is. I should have spell checked my tattoo before I committed to it.
Yeah, because was it meant to say boobs or was it meant to say
not
moo?
No, it was meant to say nothing. It was just meant to be an abstract.
Right.
And okay. I got done.
Well, yeah, you'd be done if you walk around the street like that, that's for sure.
Strange thing is, he owned a t-shirt that looks exactly the same, so I just put it over the top and it's all fine.
But I am happy in knowing that you're covered up.
But I'm not now.
Oh, I'm so confused!
But yeah, naked isn't going to happen. I mean, it might do.
Well, it can. It's just probably best not.
Probably best not. Especially because my curtains are open and there's definitely children outside.
Oh, in that case, whip it off.
Yeah.
Let's get him in trouble on the Daft Hour.
Breaking the law on the Daft Hour.
Breaking the law.
Breaking the law.
Breaking the law.
How on earth are you?
I'm not bad. Yeah, I've been... I can't remember the last time I spoke to you, Bambi, but I've been a busy bee. I've been here, there, and everywhere.
You have? You just went to a gig, didn't you? Is that part of what have you been up to?
Sure, we can go into that.
Come on then. What have you been up to?
I went on holiday. I went to a lovely place called Rhodes.
Oh.
Yeah, so went there. It's like a beach holiday, but also a bit archaeological as well. Some history.
Okay. Did you take a look around at historical things, or did you just go, there's some history over there?
No,
Grab a pina colada.
Yeah, I grabbed a pina colada and walked around.
Yeah, well, fair dues.
I got drunk and walked around the history, and that's the best history site that I've experienced because I was drunk.
Do you remember anything of history?
No, but it's all just old shit, innit?
Yeah.
So, they all look the same, to be fair. Is that racist to historical sites?
I don't think historical sites are a race.
Ah, well, they all look the same. It's just old
Crumbly
bricks.
buildings.
Yeah.
Either crumbly white buildings or crumbly sand.
Sand, yeah.
Yeah.
And some old statues. But with
Crying nuns or something.
yeah, and men with the dicks out. All
There's
the
a lot of
time.
that. There's a lot of that. I mean, they obviously didn't have
Especially in Greece.
rules against it when kids are outside. But
And
wasn't there a period of time where a lot of these statues got covered up with fig leaves?
Yeah. I think that was more in like paintings and stuff like
Was
that.
it? I think it actually happened to some statues where they actually
Alright.
went and removed the stone penises.
I don't think that was anything to do with indecency and people being offended. It's just that for some reason, thousands of years ago, everyone just had really tiny cocks.
And they thought, oh, that's a bit weird.
Yeah,
Or there
People
wasn't
have
an
evolved over time.
There wasn't an Ann Summers then, so some of the
Yeah.
horny ladies thought, whoa, let's get one of these.
Put some lacy pants on him.
Wait.
But yeah, for some reason everyone just had tiny cocks back then, or they didn't like to do statues of big cocks because it made the other men with tiny cocks feel bad. Maybe. So maybe there's a statue of me and you out there.
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too. But yeah, no, Rhodes is a lovely place. I stayed at a part called Rhodes Town. It's beautiful. I recommend it to anyone who's listening because you got a good mix. You got that holiday and that side, and I like a bit of both actually. So I was quite impressed.
How long was the flight though?
4.5.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But and then I got COVID whilst on holiday.
So you brought back the gift of COVID, did you?
Yeah, my friend who I went with was ill the first few days, so for the first few days I was pretty much just on the holiday on my own.
Oh dear.
But I made friends. I got taught into like an 80-year-old Mackham. He was canny. Apparently that's the age demographic that I'm more relatable to.
Did he try to feed you?
Yeah, and tickle me. But no, it was a good holiday. Like I said, my friend was ill at the start, and then I got ill towards the end. But I thought I'd been to a water park the day before, and I thought I'd just got over hot. I thought I was a bit poorly because I was overheated.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. It was COVID, so I came back. I came back with that. Yeah.
Nice.
But it was a nice holiday. But it's always sad coming home, isn't it?
See, how long was your holiday?
Only a week. I'd have stayed longer.
Would you? See, I think
Oh, excuse me. Yeah.
2 weeks...
I got upset about it then, did you?
Yeah, I did. A bit of snot dropped out your nose.
It was. I got a bit emotional.
2 weeks is a little too much for that kind of holiday for me. But a week, yeah, you're right. You barely settled in, and then you're like, oh, there's no point getting that out of my suitcase because it's only going to go back in.
I know. The thing is, for me though, I think I'd rather be anywhere else but here. So I'd quite happily have stayed.
Yeah, I mean, you can't though, can you? Did you have to have a visa and stuff like that?
No. I don't. I had a British passport. I got one of the new passports.
Ooh, you got a blue one.
It's black.
It what? Did they lie?
black.
They said it was blue. This country voted leave on the basis of a blue passport. I can't believe they lied
I know.
about such things.
And some people will not like the fact it is a black passport, but that's a totally different story.
I want to see the passport.
Yeah, I'll get it at some point if you want. But I got it in the year 2020, so
Right.
it is the new one.
Ooh.
Oh, and I got it just before the pandemic. So if anything, I am the cause.
Yeah, you wasted 2 years of
That
passport.
10-year passport. But yeah, it is a black passport.
Oh.
But I didn't have to get a visa or anything, no.
No,
but,
extra paper. Yeah, okay, because some countries now you have to have extra paperwork.
I think it
whereas
just
we never
depends
used
on
to.
the.
I suppose it
Depends on
will.
the
Yeah, of
passport.
course.
Depends on the country. Depends who wants to be awkward bastards. But yeah, so yeah, and I've been to some gigs and stuff like that. Just busy times, Bambi. How about you? What have you been doing?
Well, I've been listening to a podcast called Fake
The
Doctors.
Daft Hour.
No.
Oh.
Fake Doctors, Real Friends, and that's with Zach Braff and Donald Faison.
Is this the Scrubs one?
It is. It is very, very good. So the idea is you're meant to watch the episode of Scrubs that they're about to talk about, and then listen along.
I'm doing a similar one with It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yes, that's also a very good one. However, later on in it, they go to rely a little bit more on you being able to see them, which kind of annoys me a little bit. But it's still very,
it's
very
on
funny.
the YouTubes, isn't it?
Yeah, well, even on Spotify, if it's got video, it'll bring video.
Did not know that.
And also, you can have lyrics on Spotify, so you can sing along.
Oh, see, I'm more of an Apple guy.
Oh, well, never mind. But yeah, so this podcast is really, really good. And what I've discovered is what we're doing wrong is that we need a hit TV show.
Ah, well, yeah. See, I've never thought of that.
Yeah, so what we're doing this the wrong way around, mate. So we need a hit TV show.
And then do the radio.
And then do the podcast about the TV show.
Ricky Gervais did the radio first.
He did. Well,
actually, he maybe did a bit of TV, but he was kind of already getting in the business.
Well, he was a musician as well, wasn't he? Of course.
Yeah, he was. He was very funny because it's very awkward. But yeah, and then he did the Office. So, yeah. Let's do the TV show.
Right, yeah, that's what we need to do because obviously we can't find the time to do this regularly.
Or try to organise
anything.
A radio play between us.
No,
so a TV show
obviously is the right way to go.
Very optimistic.
No, it'll happen. It has to. So have you got any ideas what our TV show could be about?
We could call it the Daft TV show.
I was thinking it more about like plum farmers that are hitting hard times. But the humour is between the main character, the plum orchard owner, and
I thought you were going to say the plums, the actual plums,
and his and his wife, and the wife's affair with the machine operator who picks the plums. But we'll do little cuts to the plums having a conversation in the tree.
Yeah, a bit of absurdity.
Yeah, I think you hit on something there.
Okay.
You got any other ideas?
Yeah, let's do a sitcom on basically something that's not been done before.
Okay. That's not leaving a lot, is it, really?
That's a good idea, yeah.
I've
written a sitcom. This is a true story,
what was it called?
It's called Service.
Yes, I read this.
It was about
the first part, anyway.
Well, my pilot, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't write anything else.
Okay, I've read the entire series then.
You've read the entire series, yeah. But it was called Service. It was about working in a restaurant, and it was very Office-esque, like mockumentary style. Because when I was writing it, that was very much the in thing. And I did send it off.
Right.
And got some good feedback, actually. I had some companies that liked it and were like, oh yeah, this is actually quite good. You need to get an agent.
Right. They won't deal with you.
And the agents got back to me like, you need to have had previous work.
What a silly agent.
Catch-22, isn't it? So I was like, well, how do I get into the business? So I sent it off to, the BBC.
Oh, yes.
On
I've heard of them.
Their competition. They do like a thingy, and it didn't get through to that. But they said, like, try again. And typical me, I lost interest and never tried again. And that was about 6 years ago. So maybe if I actually pushed it, made a couple of edits to it and kept resubmitted it and doing stuff with it, maybe it'd be on the telly now. But as always, I start something and then don't finish it.
So what you're saying is it's your fault then?
Oh, very much so.
Because if you kept at it, we would have had that TV show.
And then we would have a hit podcast.
And then we'd be now having the hit podcast.
Mm. Yeah, I do apologise. Maybe it's something I should revisit.
I think you should.
Yeah.
But
so that's what if I'm doing that though, I need to take a break from this because I can't do two things at once.
No. I've seen you try to eat chips and
whilst ironing. Yeah.
Whilst ironing, it's just a messy affair, isn't it? Really?
I know.
You end up with flat chips and greasy clothes.
And I once set the ironing board.
Oh.
Yeah.
bad idea.
And
Yeah,
it opened up inside me as well.
Did it?
Yeah.
Did that hurt?
No, I got pleasure.
It just hit the right spot, did it?
Yeah, it did, yeah.
Good.
Especially when the steam came out.
You
So,
went that iron as well.
Yeah, it was on top. So yeah, what have you been up to else?
The usual. I've been
Selling rocks.
I guess, yeah. I don't sell rocks, mate. I give them away.
You've been giving away more rocks. I think you're just giving away your house brick by brick.
Yeah. So yeah, obviously I've been doing more of the garden, and I dug out some of the big posts. So
I feel like you've been doing this garden for like 10 years.
I know, it should be amazing now, but
yeah,
it's not.
You need to get Alan Titchmarsh in. I've seen shows where they do that in a day.
Yeah, that's called having money and
what was it called? That TV show?
Groundfarce.
Yeah, let's bring that back. Maybe that's our TV show.
With that lady who didn't wear a bra. That's the
You
Yes.
don't wear a bra.
I just look like I need to. Oh, amazing. So,
and I can be Titchmarsh.
Right, what a brilliant. It's your Alan Titchmarsh. I'm. What is her name?
She was called Barbara Titsfarce.
Barbara Titsfarce. That's who I'll be. And it's a gardening show. But the twist is, we ain't got a fucking clue. I mean, I'm making it already, aren't I? I'm already doing it.
We go around people's gardens and just completely fuck it up?
That's all I've just dug a load of fucking holes, moved soil about, give some bricks away.
That's a great idea.
I love it. So,
so Groundfarce.
Brilliant. You've got it. Groundfarce. So,
but they think it's Groundfarce coming through.
No, they don't even know. So, opening shot.
Yeah, but people have watched the show. They'll click on it.
Listen. Opening shot. Alan, what was your name?
Was it Alan Titchmarsh?
Yeah, you be Alan Titchmarsh. So let's
that's
just
my
steal his
name.
name. Let's just steal his name.
Yeah.
Opening shot. Stood outside the property that we're about to do, and it's like, okay, so the Smiths live here. They're away for the weekend, and the neighbour has kindly decided to let us in to work on the garden. And then
they don't even know.
They don't know. So we go to the back garden. We hop a fence, jump on the shed, to get a shed's eye view of the garden, and it's a pristine garden.
It's already really
stripy lawn.
It's really
beautiful borders, babbling brook kind of pond in the corner. It's got a veg patch, fruit trees, what do you call it? Where you keep a beehive, and it's absolutely amazing. These guys, sex swing, patio, underground dungeon, everything. It's all sorted.
Nuclear bunker.
Yep, all just pristine and lovely. And we go in there and go, right, okay, so, and then we describe what we're about to do.
Get them plouts out.
Do some sketches. Do you know when they do that kind of still shot and then draw over it? And we just draw loads of stick men and nut dicks and stuff like that. And we make it come true. We just get a digger in there, dig it all up, destroy it, make one big mound of mud in the middle and stick an ornament on the top and fuck off.
Yeah, and just a sign saying, you've been Groundfarce.
You've been Groundfarce. And the neighbours just stood there like gobsmacked.
Yeah.
And the closing shot is us running away giggling.
And then the family come back and they're like, oh no, we've been Groundfarce.
Damn you, Groundfarce.
Damn you, Titchmarsh and Titchfarce.
Brilliant. Sorted. New show, Groundfarce.
I really like it.
Let's do it. So that's our hit TV show.
I'm going to pitch that now to the BBC.
Oh, do it. Right. Dear BBC,
I want to do a show where my name is Alan Titchmarsh.
Let's see if they get back to us on that.
I hope so. Should we do the news?
Let's do the news.
This is the Daft Hour News.
Sounds like you got started on the show.
Very dramatic. Bees ejaculate themselves to death.
Hopscotch is a new Olympic sport.
Vicar has relations with Henry the Hoover.
Tooth Fairy quits.
Hampshire wheelie bin discovered in Ukraine.
EastEnders After Hours starts filming in September.
Thoughts and prayers for bloke whose McDonald's arrived covered in coke.
Oh, brilliant. Okay.
All right, so first one, bees ejaculate themselves to death. So the other week there was a heat wave and down south was reaching temperatures of 42 degrees.
Oof.
Well, apparently this is just too hot for bees.
Right.
And bees are known to kill themselves anyway because if they sting you, they die.
Yeah.
And obviously they don't. But apparently it was that hot that bees were wanking themselves to death because they couldn't take the heat.
I didn't know that's something bees were known for.
Yep. Research reveals they can literally ejaculate themselves to death in extreme heat. When male worker bees are subjected to very high temperatures, their bodies begin to convulse, which forces them to ejaculate their abdomen-sized penis equivalent out of their body and die from the shock.
Well, yeah, I would die too.
Yeah.
Wow. Poor bees.
I mean, it was that hot, even I couldn't have a wank.
Mate, really?
Yeah.
That is some heat.
So, thoughts and prayers to those wanky bees.
Oh, poor things. Save the
What was-
bees, man. Give them like a cool place to hang out.
Hashtag wank bees.
You could try it.
Let's get it going. Let's get it trending, folks. Hashtag wank bees. Okay.
Hopscotch is a new Olympic sport. So in the next Olympics in 2024, they have every Olympics they introduce different sports and take some out. So in 2024, they are putting in hopscotch. So the old playground favourite of drawing chalk lines on the floor, throwing stones in it, and jumping and hopping. They're doing a real version of that, but it won't be on a chalky floor. It'll be painted on some grass. And there's a scoring system. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is in France. I don't know if it's if it's particularly popular in France, so that's why they've done it. But yeah, there you go. Hopscotch will be an
That makes
Olympic
sense
sport.
because frogs.
Ah, the hopping part.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
makes sense that the food delicacy of
Yes.
the French will become part of the sport.
Their national sport, yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
very interesting.
So, vicar has relations with Henry the Hoover. A retired vicar has been put on the sex offenders register after he was caught getting intimate with Henry the Hoover. John Jeffs, who was 74, he's still 74, he's not died, was wearing just a pair of lady stockings and the vacuum's nozzle when he was thrusting himself into, when he was caught by a churchgoer who was attending talks about Asperger's syndrome. I don't know why that's relevant.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so they were attending a talk about Asperger's syndrome and he was sticking his dinky into Nunu.
He was getting a bit of hose to hose action.
He was.
Wow.
Our Father art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yeah.
Well, interesting. What, like, first of all, if I'm guessing he lived at, is he like a parish one where he lived at or whatever? Because what he does in his own house, whatever. But don't do it actually at church when people are wandering around.
Yeah. Is
Hey,
it in
come on.
Is it in the confession stand?
Pick your time.
Is that why it's closed off? Because he's just
Maybe.
sat there fucking getting sucked off by Hoover.
Was it on?
I presume it's on. Otherwise,
It's just it'd just be absurd if it wasn't
it'd
on.
be
wouldn't it?
absurd if he's sticking his flaccid penis into a Hoover that's not even on.
Nobody said it was flaccid.
Well, it would be unless it's on. If
As-
it's turned
can-
on, it wouldn't be flaccid.
Can you not get an erection for a non-functioning Hoover?
No.
I mean, just be
a flap-
thankful
'cause
that
it's just a floppy nozzle, isn't it?
yeah. I'm
Henry the Hoover and his.
just think back to the days of pervert vicars before you had that kind of Hoover and you had the upright ones that just had the turny bit at the bottom. That would have been a lot more awkward to fuck.
Well, I'd rather it be a Hoover than a child.
Yes. Let's be thankful of that.
So maybe that is God's will.
Yeah.
And maybe God said, right, stop the children because that's not right. That If you're gonna stick your dick in something, right, get that Hoover.
I reckon God was there going, right, okay, not the kids, but yeah, right. What else is in the church? You can't do the fountain.
No,
leave the candles alone, you dirty bastard.
dirty bastard. Yeah.
What do we got? The toaster.
Can't
No,
do
no,
the
a bit
old.
risque.
You can't do the old caretaker who's trying to fix the roof.
No. It's not one of those movies.
Not the nuns.
Not the nun. Oh, look, Henry.
That's got a
There's
smile
Henry.
on its face. It's got eyes.
Ah,
It looks like it's looking at you.
It's gonna make
There you
eye
go.
contact.
Just stick your dick in that and you'll be all right. And say
Yeah.
5 Hail Marys.
I hope it was one of the wet and dry ones. Otherwise, you'd have ruined his Hoover.
Oh. Spectacles, testicles, and bollocks in the Hoover.
What better? Where was this? Was this in this country?
Northamptonshire.
Northamptonshire.
Baptist Church in Middleton Cheney in Northamptonshire.
And he's on the
They
sex offenders register, eh?
Yeah, they said that even though he saw them, Jeff continued pushing his groin towards the Henry. I like to say the Henry.
Well, because not all Henrys are equal.
Yes, and not all Hoovers are named. So,
No, they're not, no.
Finding him guilty, a magistrate said, "Why you thought it best to bring this matter to trial, I have no idea. He told police he did it because he felt naughty."
Okay.
So yeah. So as well as having to sign the sex offenders register, he was ordered to pay £845. That's to replace the Hoover for the church.
It's a damn expensive Hoover, that, isn't it? Or is it damages to the Hoover's psyche and like
Yeah,
it needs some
it's
therapy?
compensation for Henry.
Yeah.
He must also give £200 in compensation to the victim who witnessed the sex act. But yeah, it's rightfully so that Henry got more
I don't think so.
than the woman that saw.
I mean, if Henry was
The sex act was done on Henry,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
not on her. She just saw it. If anything, she was a peeping Tom.
Absolutely. She maybe should be on the register as well for being like a participant.
But not like the sex offenders register.
No, just the
maybe
school register.
or like you didn't knock first register.
Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to
Nosy neighbour register.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that happened.
Oh,
What was your next story?
sorry. The Tooth Fairy has quit.
Oh.
So Lisa, as we all know, is the Tooth Fairy's name.
Lisa Teeth.
Lisa Teeth, yeah, has quit collecting teeth. She says she can't afford to just be throwing money out for people who are not looking after their teeth. Said
Rightfully
it's just
so.
So it's like if you're gonna have that boiled sweet, it's your own fault. And she's
Yeah,
like, I'm not paying out for it anymore.
What game did she get from that?
Well, not that she's come to this realization, and she just said, "Look, mate, this isn't right. I'm just giving you money for teeth. I'm done with teeth. I don't need them." And it's a bit fucking weird, isn't it?
She must have lost millions of pounds over the years.
I think she's a gambler. Do you know when you in
right.
Vegas, there's always that kind of the old deal on the slot machines.
That's Lisa Teeth.
That's Lisa Teeth. Every single one of them is Lisa Teeth,
Right.
and she just wins a lot. She's quite good at gambling. Some say it's not actually gambling if you're that good. It's just pure luck.
Winning.
Yeah, and so but the problem was, it was always coins, and back in day, she would give coins, but now people expect paper money, and she's like, well, no, it's too much. I can't afford paper money. I'm winning coins. Screw you guys. I'm getting on with other things. I think she's off backpacking round the Sudan.
Ah,
Yeah. So
Well,
if you
good.
see Lisa Teeth, give her a wave and thank her for a years of service.
yeah, and it's really strange because she doesn't have teeth herself.
No.
Do you reckon she paid herself?
No, she just ripped them out and threw them at crocodiles.
Maybe when kids give teeth now, she should instead take that teeth and just replace it with another tooth.
Just teeth swapsies.
Yeah, so
From a
that
different
person then has
child.
to, from a different child, swap your teeth around the world. So then that tooth then has to be put in the child's head.
Just jammed back in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I
It's
like it. An extra
swap
row,
teeth.
because obviously that tooth has come out to make room for another tooth.
Just slot it behind. Just slot it behind.
Slot it behind. Or like on outside. You got an outside mouth.
Outside teeth.
Yeah, outside teeth. I like it.
Okay,
It's another TV show.
outside teeth. So a Hampshire wheelie bin has been discovered 1,200 miles away in conflict-torn Ukraine. The Test Valley Borough Council bin was spotted by a journalist close to the Polish border. Philip Crofer, who was reporting on the war in Ukraine, found this wheelie bin whilst he was reporting on the war, and no one has any idea why it's there.
Well, my bin men take it to the end of the street, and that's frustrating enough.
And they took it
To another country. Do you
like,
want a boring, actual, probable explanation to how it's there?
give me a silly one and then you're probable.
Oh well, the actual, the more realistic and silly reason is
The wind.
I don't know if so. Averagely, most wheelie bins started getting given out in this area. I don't know about what that council in about 1993. And plastic was pretty expensive in 1993. So what they used to do is put little kind of electronic tags on there so they would know where the wheelie bins were, because there was a lot of wheelie bin theft at first. But the technology they put in wasn't small. Like, you can have a tag the size of a coin now, commercially available. So you can track like your set of keys or things like that. Apple AirTags or something.
Yeah, your wife.
So back then, it was about the average size of a. Do you know the jotters that you used to use at school?
Yes.
The technology was about that big, and there was a lot more technology in it to do the same job as a simple little thing can do now. And that technology over these years, since 1993, has become self-aware. So what happened is that technology decided to go on holiday and just rolled all the way there
To Ukraine.
to Ukraine. Obviously went to a ferry crossing. It's not stupid. It's not going to try and swim. It's a plastic thing. It's not
I'm just thinking, why the Ukraine?
Humanitarian reasons. It was going to help.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that was your serious answer.
No. The serious answer is most likely someone
The wind.
filled it with donations and took it because lots of vans were going over with donations.
Yeah.
So that's the more likely reason.
Not the wind then.
Not the wind. No, don't be absurd.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your wheelie bin too. Okay, so next one. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So EastEnders After Hours starts filming in September. The BBC is starting a late-night EastEnders spin-off featuring a strip club, an illegal gambling establishment, and it's going to be some, not all, some of the cast who are willing to do something a bit more risque, and it's going to be like a After the Watershed type of thing. I think it's going to be like a 10 o'clock, twice weekly thing. I think they did it on, what was that program called? Hollyoaks?
Yes, they did.
And they've done it on other things. So they're doing it with EastEnders, where it's just going to be a slightly more adult thing, and I don't think it really relates to the main EastEnders stories. It's not like you'll have to watch other ones if you're trying to keep up.
Okay.
And they have got a new theme tune. I can play a little bit of it,
Please.
but not a lot, because copyright, we might get taken down.
Yeah, of course.
So literally, it'll just be a little bit.
So it's like a sneak peek.
So they've got Busta Rhymes to do the theme tune. You want to hear it again?
Yes, please.
So there you go. Starting in September.
Right. What characters are on it?
Well, obviously, I have no idea. I don't watch it.
I hope it's Jean Slater.
Yes, sexy
Yeah.
Jean Slater.
Yeah, does she get her tits out?
Oh, how rude.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, she does.
Oh, good.
That's the opening sequence. Instead of going down the River Thames, it's just shots.
Is
of
that the
her.
first bit? It
Yeah.
literally just goes, "It's after dark," and then she gets her tits
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Well, Collar me intrigued. I'll be tuning in.
Yes, you will. It starts in September. Well, they start filming in September. I'm not sure when they'll start.
I don't mean to be crass there. I was only joking. I do like Jean Slater. One of the funniest scenes I've ever witnessed was Jean Slater, because she's always talking about sausage surprise, and she always does a sausage surprise for tea. You see.
And the surprise is it's sausage.
There's no sausage.
Oh, there's no sausage?
No, because she's not a very good cook.
Right.
But in storyline terms, she's got bipolar. But
Right.
and obviously that's a serious condition, but they don't help it because she's really funny. And there was an episode recently where the whole episode she's having a breakdown, but she runs off and she goes to a theme park. And please watch it, because if you find clips on YouTube, there's just a video. Jean Slater having a mental breakdown, but she's also on a roller coaster, and there's this dead happy song, and she's like laughing her head off, going wee.
Is this the song?
Yeah, it was. And it's supposed to be like this serious piece about mental health and the importance of mental health and stuff like that. And I got what they were going for, but I just couldn't help it. I laughed the whole episode.
Okay. So you don't think they dealt with it right? Or do you think...
No, they did. I just find Jean Slater very funny.
Right, okay. So the character they chose to do it possibly wasn't the best. Maybe. Or the actor?
Maybe.
Or
maybe
is it just your bad mind?
My weird sense of humour. But
yeah.
Also, when she accidentally became a drug lord, and the duff for the episode was just Jean Slater going, "I don't want to be a drug lord," and it went doof, doof. And I pissed myself laughing. It's very funny. But yeah, I can't wait for that episode of the EastEnders Goes Dark.
Yeah, I think EastEnders After Hours.
After Hours. Okay.
Yeah.
So my next one was, bear with me, so thoughts and prayers for Cleaner, whose McDonald's arrived covered in coke. So a man desperate for a proper meal after a tough shift was upset to be handed a McDonald's meal that was soaked in Coca-Cola.
Right, I thought you meant cocaine. I thought, mate, like, it's not my cup of tea, but you could have made some bloody money there.
Stop mourning. So Daniel DeVere, who was he's 35, paid £12.98 for a grand Big Mac meal with a strawberry milkshake to be delivered.
Yeah.
That's why it costs more for delivery.
Yeah, absolutely disgusting.
But when it arrived, not only did it have the wrong drink,
but
the drink had spilled all over the food.
What a bastards.
Mr. DeVere from Hanley in Staffordshire said, "I just got back from an 8-hour shift. I was hungry and desperate for food. I had to spend more money to go out and get another takeaway. The drink was literally lying on its side. The paper bag was soaked and so was the food bag, so I never touched it. The dude pulled it out and then we just looked at each other and then he walked off. I never took the food. The driver took it back because it was ruined." He told Stoke-on-Trent Live that he'd asked for a refund, but Just Eat initially said they would only give him back the £8.49 for food and not the delivery charge. Mr. DeVere, who works as a cleaner, decided to speak out because he believes this was not fair.
It wasn't.
And he says it was worth it, as Just Eat did decide to refund him the whole cost in the end. So he got. So why is he mourning? He got what he wanted after speaking to the press. So he got a refund fully, and then still goes to the press. And also the press covered this.
that's the real sad truth.
That's the real story.
There's some really tragic shit happening in our bloody world, and that's the story they cover.
Yeah. He received quite a bit of attention for his ordeal, but some of it had taken it into good humour. One commenter wrote on the original story, "Really? And this is news? Can you imagine how sad life must be if he reports this to the press?" I agree.
Yep.
But Mr. DeVere defended his decision, saying, "Very sad when you get ripped off £5, but very happy now I got it back. Thanks anyway," or something like that. He added, "Lol, if you're happy for a multinational, multi-billion-pound company to rip you off for the money you work for, then that's your issue."
Yeah.
Down with the M's. So he added, when I want life advice for some rando in the comments section, I'll let you know. A Just Eat spokesman said, "We're sorry to hear that in this case the customer's experience fell below the high standards we hope to deliver. We confirm that we've obviously processed a full refund and have been in touch with the customer." But everyone is commenting, sending their thoughts and prayers.
Brilliant. Have you ever had a fuck up with a delivery like that bad that you thought about going to the press?
Not to the press. I have rang somewhere and said, I've got the wrong food, or you haven't sent, or the food was. I don't really ring up if the food was cold. I know people who do that because I just think just heat it up. But if it's like if the food's like unedible, then obviously. But I'm not one to complain too much, really, Bambi, and I certainly wouldn't go to the Evening Gazette.
So we once had something from Popular Chicken Place.
Oh yes, I've been there.
Yeah, Popular Chicken Place, not the fried chicken variety. The Nando's. Anyway, I don't know why I'm dancing around it. And I can't remember whatever delivery company they were using, be it Deliveroo or Uber Eats or something, because they don't Deliveroo. They don't do it themselves. We got the entirely wrong order, and obviously we didn't realise because the driver just passed it over. It's a big brown bag. There's no way of seeing what's inside it.
Yeah.
And he gone, and we realised. So we phoned Nando's. I went, "Oh, we got the wrong thing." I went, "Oh, it's the driver's fault." I went, "Okay, but I've ordered off you." They went, "Oh, well, we'll see what we can do." I was like, "Okay, thank you." And they said, "Oh no, you're going to have to speak to Deliveroo." So we phoned them, and they were like, "Oh, okay, we'll give you a refund." I was like, "No, I want the right food." "Oh, well, that's gone to someone else." I'm like, "Okay, but I want what we've ordered because you've given us the entirely wrong thing, not even similar." And it was just this back and forth. And eventually they said, "Okay, we'll get the new one for you. We'll get that sorted." I said, "Okay, so what do you want me to do with this food that's the wrong one?" And she went, "Do you know any homeless people?" I was like, "What do you mean?" She went, "Just go and give it to them." I was like, Oh, okay. I didn't know what to say to that. I mean, it's a good idea.
She's got a good point.
But what I did is I waited for the real food that we ordered. I ate that, and then I was still hungry, so I had a bit of the other one. So I didn't give to the homeless. I'm a bad man, aren't I?
I've never been so disappointed in you in all my life.
That was the news. That was the news! You listen to the news! Very truthful news! Super important news! The news. Outro.
Do you know anyone called Susan? Would you like to? Pop on down to Susan's, Portrack Lane, Stockton. We have a huge range of Susans of all shapes and sizes.
Is that over?
If you haven't got a Susan in your life, then come to Susan's, where any of our Susans will be pleased to help you pick out your own Susan to take home. Starting Monday, we have a very special offer. Buy 2 female Susans and get a male Susan for half price. Susans, where Susan.
Do you have any questions?
I do.
Morgan has questions.
What's the average length of a velociraptor's tail?
Who's the finest of them all?
At what age do you stop putting sugar on your cornflakes? If you had to be a planet, which one would you be?
Bambi, you like Canada, don't you?
I do.
This is the Canadian special.
Okie dokie.
Question number 1. In Ontario,
Yeah.
Ontario, it is illegal to blank a garage in the colour blank.
It is legal to
Blank.
a garage. Oh, okay. I'm going to give a sensible one. Paint
Yeah?
a garage the colour green.
No.
Turkey yellow.
No.
Raspberry.
No. You only get 3 guesses, so it's purple.
Purple.
In Ontario, it is illegal to paint a garage in the colour purple.
Makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants a purple garage?
In Canada, it is illegal to remove what in public?
Oh, toenails of a visiting dignitary.
No.
I reckon it is. It is illegal to remove a false eye in front of a school.
It probably is, but it's
Probably
not
is.
this one.
Okay. Is it illegal to remove your thumb from in your mouth if you're on fire?
It was a bandage.
Oh,
It's illegal to remove a bandage in public.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Canada, it is illegal to carry what in public?
Obviously, bleach that's not diluted to at least 30%.
Nope.
Oh, it is illegal to carry full diapers.
No.
No, it is illegal to carry yourself with too much pride.
Oh, lovely answer, but it's a snake.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's illegal to
Sensible.
carry a snake in public.
Sensible Canadians.
Yeah, question number 4. In Canada, radio stations have to play what at least 35% of the time?
Canadian music.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Canadian
yeah,
artists.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Did you know that?
Kind of. There's some weird stuff that goes over there.
Yeah, so it's just constant Bryan Adams. In Canada, you can't bring what to a national park?
Oh, come on! It's a replica of Herbie, the Beetle car. You can't do it. They get
No,
very
but
angry with that.
Steve once said I look like the guy from Herbie Goes Bananas.
I'll have to check who that is.
Okay. No, it wasn't.
It is illegal to bring. Well, what it is, it's illegal to try and bring 2 dates and try and have 2 dates going on without the others knowing, like a classic film story.
Oh, sounds good premise for a story, but yeah, no, that's not true.
Okay, it is illegal to bring toilet paper that is not approved by the Queen.
It's a llama. You're not allowed to bring a llama to a national park.
Yeah, it gets people kind of riled up, isn't it? Those
Yeah, it
llamas.
spits on everyone.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my questions.
Yay, Morgan had questions. I think right. So I'm going to play a song, obviously a Plush Goulash song, so we don't get done. Now, do you want a nasty song or do you want a nice song?
Nice.
Okay, that means we're going to play a nasty one at the end then instead. Six o'clock in the morning, I just get into bed. I've been walking around all night, sad cause our love is dead. Cold love, a dead cold love. Cold love, a dead cold love. The first time that I saw you, my heart skipped a beat. Lying there, still as night, little tags on your feet. Cold love, dead cold love. Cold love, dead cold love.
I didn't know if I could handle this. Felt like my head would explode. The first time that we made love, you felt so cold, 'cause you're my
Cold love,
dead cold love.
cold love.
Dead cold love, baby. Ooh. honey. Hi, Mom. What's for dinner?
Cinnamon beans and hot chocolate scrambled eggs.
When your kids are hungry, all you need is
Cinnamon beans and hot chocolate scrambled eggs.
cinnamon beans and hot chocolate scrambled eggs.
Cinnamon beans and hot chocolate scrambled eggs.
For every and any busy mother out there, just use
Cinnamon beans and hot chocolate scrambled eggs.
cinnamon beans and hot chocolate scrambled eggs.
Cinnamon beans and hot chocolate scrambled eggs.
Do you know what I love about that advert? It doesn't fucking end, does it? It's
It doesn't. It
ridiculous.
just keeps going on. I think that's what's that's right.
So that lovely song was the nice song, and it's called Cold Love, and it's about being in love with a dead body.
Yeah, that's
So that was
lovely
the nice
premise.
Song.
Lovely premise.
I can't wait till you hear. The
Oh, I
nasty
know
one.
what it is, and I think
Oh,
I know.
it's not. No, it's not. It's not what you're thinking.
Is it not?
But it is insulting something that you love.
Is it a new one?
No, it's an old one, but I forgot all about it.
Oh, are you just finding old material?
Yeah, that's all we do here is recycle old material.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Have you got any likes or dislikes?
I do have a dislike.
Go on, gives you dis.
Jet 2 airplanes.
Oh, is that who you travelled with?
Yeah.
Did you pay extra to get on early? Did you
No.
pay extra to look out the window? Did you
No.
pay extra to talk to anybody?
Mate, it's like getting the number 12 bus in the
It's
air.
awful, isn't it? I flew
Honestly.
with them once, I think.
They're just
Well,
and
twice you had to
it
come
was
home.
and it's a 4.5 hour flight, and you're literally
Yeah.
on what resembles a deck chair in the sky. It's the seats are so uncomfortable. There's no entertainment. There's nothing on there. Your seats are so together.
Yeah.
And the worst was the night flight coming back, trying to sleep on that. It was so painful.
Oh,
I was like, I don't mind it for like a 1 or a 2 hour flight if you're just going to a Spain or something, but a 4.5 hour flight to Greece, absolute no chance. Jet 2, you can fuck off.
Okay, so not that we are having enough listeners to get sponsorship, but wouldn't it be amazing if Jet 2 like
Darling,
we-
hold my hand!
Yeah, we like the cut of your jibs, boys. We're gonna sponsor you. You can have
The
a
advert.
free flight. Yes.
The advert that's always on. Do, 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 do.
I think
Darling,
it's,
hold my hand!
I think it's Jet 2. Yeah, I know the one. Yeah. I know.
You understand? And it's that advert where one of them's walking and then the other one, it's supposed to be
The point of
romantic,
view
but,
type of thing, is it?
but it just looks like they're getting fucking dragged behind. They're like, what are you doing, you dickhead? Just walk normal.
So you love Jet 2 then? That's what we're saying.
I don't mind them as a company, just not for long haul flights. They're just, I get the budget airlines and you get what you pay for, but
Yeah.
I just remember planes. I used to love being on planes and them being quite, yeah, they're not obviously the comfiest things because the planes, but having some level of comfort where I'm okay for 4.5 hours.
Yeah, and you're not a big chap, so like
no, so
it's-
if I'm in pain,
yeah. Oh mate, I hate them. Whenever we fly anywhere, I'll always try and get I'll pay extra to get seats with leg room and stuff like that. But it's awful.
yeah, but for long haul flights, obviously it's different because
Yeah.
you're with your British Airways, your
Yeah.
bigger companies, and they're more luxurious on long haul.
Yeah, they are. No, there's definitely a little bit more room on the long haul flights. But we flew to somewhere for our honeymoon, which is about 5 hours away, and that was a Jet 2 style, or it might even mean Jet 2, and that was an horrific flight. One older gentleman had what I think was probably a panic attack, but needed to get oxygen. So they have like an oxygen tank in the middle of the aisle in the ceiling, and that had to come down. And that's a pretty horrific thing to see happening. This poor guy, you're not sure if he's dying or what.
Yeah.
And then that guy got sorted. I think it was a panic attack. It was too hot, very stuffy, awful.
The
on
are
these
stuff.
flights.
There's no
Yeah.
like aircon on them.
No,
flights.
absolutely awful. So that guy got sorted, and this is like 3 hours into the flight. Then I look over to a woman in the aisle opposite, and she goes really, really pale. And there's just been an announcement, we are 2 hours away from our destination, blah, 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 blah. And she just goes pale, all colours gone out of her. And I'm like, is she okay? And then an attendant comes over, because she's obviously spotted her. She wasn't okay because she was on the wrong fucking flight. They let her get on the wrong fucking flight, and she didn't realise until this announcement.
How the hell did that happen?
Boarding passes mean fuck all to these morons. They just let her on the wrong flight. So, to be fair, there's two. We went to La Palma, and there's Las Palma or Las
Where's this?
Palmas.
What country?
It's islands off Africa. It's Spanish islands. I can't remember what the group of islands are called. So there's one island that's called La Palma, and there's one island that's got a place in it called Las Palma or something like that. And she got on the La Palma, not the Las Palma, or something to that effect. So that poor woman realised she was on the wrong flight because the morons let her on. I mean, she's got to take some responsibility.
Yeah, but was she like an elderly woman, or
no, not particularly.
was she on her own?
Yes. But they check your boarding pass. That has the detail. And
There's
she
so
had
many-
a seat free. That's the bit that really baffles me. These flights are booked fully. So how did she get a seat? I think they've ballsed up entirely.
No,
Thinking about it.
I don't think that's her. I literally
I
think there's
they've just
something else
completely done it
they've
wrong.
fucked
So
up.
she
yeah.
realises, and then it gets to we're landing, and she's basically got something like 5 minutes to get off the plane to get to the other side of the airport to get on another plane. Never mind getting a baggage; they're going to have to sort that out afterwards. And I don't know if she made it. I never found out.
Oh, bless her.
But yeah,
Fuck Jet2.
fuck Jet2. Right,
so-
I've also got a dislike.
I thought that was it.
No, I dislike dishonest people who are in it for themselves. I mean, you could speak. I would try not to make this program political.
Where's
but-
this going?
No, you just see it in the news. We're all told bullshit lies, and I've just had enough. I'm just done with it. It's
This is
just
politics.
It's just I know that's what it is, and I just don't understand how we don't hold these people to account. We need to be a bit more French, have a bit more of a revolution. I'm not saying we have to hang them.
I'm up for a resistance.
A resistance, yeah.
A la resistance.
Yeah. And
Oh, let's have a bit of a Les Mis.
if we have to wear a beret, I'll do it.
Yeah, I'm
But-
up for a baguette.
Yeah. Nice fresh baguette with far too much butter that's good for you.
Yeah.
Mm.
To be honest, I've stopped watching it, Bambi.
What, the news and stuff?
Yeah, I've just stopped.
No.
I just don't take it in any of it in now. I'm not bothered. Like, obviously, I'm bothered about what happens in the world.
Bothered.
It's a case of like I can't take
it. No,
the negativity anymore.
It's just disgusting.
I've had to completely switch off from it.
awful liars, and they should all be held to account.
Yeah, they're just all silly bastards, aren't they? So
They are silly bastards, but yeah, that's my dislike. I think that kind of wraps us up, really, doesn't it?
yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
On something that isn't silly.
yeah. I've got a couple of potential names. Of the show.
Go on, give us the names.
Your skin is a t-shirt.
Your skin is a t-shirt. Okay, it's a big. That sounds horrible, doesn't it? Actually,
Groundfarce
Groundfarce. I like it. We need to make that.
and a hashtag wankbees.
I think it's Groundfarce.
I do as well.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
I'm happy with that.
So the show name is
Groundfarce.
Groundfarce. Oh, we nearly did it in time there. Only nearly.
I think there's always going to be a split second.
Oh, okay. Okay, so can they get hold of us on social media?
They certainly can, Bambi. They can Twitter us at The Daft Hour. They can Facebook us /The Daft Hour. They can email us at thedafthour@gmail.com. They can find us on YouTube and all previous past episodes at The Daft Hour and also on good podcast platforms that you're currently listening to.
Good. I don't know why. That almost turned into a count there, didn't it?
Do it.
Do it. Listen to this.
Listen to this that you're listening to.
Yes, and then rewind it. Like
And
an
then
old
listen
cassette,
again.
And listen again. Okay, I'm going to play us out with a song. Now, normally, I would just play the beginning of it and cut it, and then add it in edit, but I want you to listen to it and see what you think. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, stay daft, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Sick of the shit, just sick of it. Sick of the same old thing. Sick of you, sick of all, sick of you. Sick of the shit you bring, bling bling.
I'm sick of you, so fuck you too. Fuck you right in the skull. Why don't you stop right here, right now? Cause I'm sick of your fucking bullshit.
I'm sick of your face, it's a fucking disgrace. I'm sick of the dick on your head. I'm fucking sick of your fucking sick. I wish you were born dead.
Well, la-dee-da, fuck you too. Hold you in the water until you're blue. Fuckity fuck you. Put your balls in your chin with super glue.
Fuck you. 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 Fuck me. Fuck you. 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 Fuck me.
Oh, it's just another Walt Disney movie thing. Oh, it's just another Walt Disney movie thing.
Fuck you. 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 Fuck you
I think my mother will be proud.